Hey, what's up? Evidently not much here, huh? Oh my. Yeah, I think I figured out maybe what's going on with me. I think the youngest kind of shared what she had. Oh, I tell you, I haven't had back pain and leg pain. I don't know if it's that or what, but I tell you, it's in my lower back and going down my left leg, and last time that was that, I had nerve troubles and that, but oh, my tummy's been growling like her, so it might be flu related or something, who knows, but yeah, I'm just thinking about going out. Let's see, how cold is it right now? Oh, Jesus, it's -4. Thinking about going out. Oh, medicine's starting to kick in, and I feel like I can move, so. But anyway, I don't know if we're going to go to the wood shop today, or we're going to go out to the farm and put that engine on the engine stand and open her up and see what we got. Like I said, I've got all the gaskets and that. If it's okay, we'll just re-gasket it and put that old girl together and start getting ready to get that old red Camaro of mine running. And have a little fun, have something you can go put your foot down on, and yeah, you won't be sitting there, you'll be wow. Yeah, I think I'm having a relapse here, guys. But I hate to say this, a stupid thing was when I was messing with cars and racing cars, I had more money then than we do now. Got away from the cars and it's just like the money dried up. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to go out in that cold, and I don't know, like I said, I ain't sure which way we're going yet today, but we're gonna go do something as long as I can keep moving. So alright, we'll be back and we'll see what kind of mess we can get into. Oh, you know, guys, just put gas in my truck. Come out and I could see something dripping on the ground. I thought, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, we're gonna see if we can blow the truck up here. Damn thing is dripping gas from down on the transmission down. So I guess I know what I'm doing today. No, excuse me. But alright. I am a lucky dumbass. I thought I blew that thing out, but I guess not. It burned her all up, huh? God. Leaving fires burning, now I got a gas leak on the truck. What the hell? Oh! And this truck don't have full coverage. This just got liability. So this truck goes bye-bye. I'm out it. I'm just... Ah. But now I gotta get underneath here and see. And now it ain't doing it. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's got something to do with it being cold or what, but I tell you right now, my back is not looking forward to bending over this big bastard. I tell you, I thought, you know, I was going to come out here, work on that small block. God, just a second. I got to sit down and release back. Ow, 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 ow. Wow, guys. I haven't had pain like this in a long time. Last time it put me down for about 3 months. Oh, crap. Well, yeah, I just put gas in the truck and come out, and I seen something dripping. I thought, oh, crap, I got an antifreeze leak. Stuck my finger in and it was gasoline. I'm like, ah, come on. So I gotta look underneath too, and look like my tranny's getting wet from something else, so I gotta make sure I don't have a leak starting. Oh, I tell ya, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And I notice too, when I've been editing this stuff, when I think I say certain words, I'm finding out I'm not saying the words I'm saying. Somebody told me that was signs of Alzheimer's. I don't remember. No, I just... Oh crap. Anyway, I want to see if I can get up there, see if that line's if it's washed away from up there by that line, or if I got another issue or what. But I want to try looking down first, because it's easier to get back to the floor than getting off the floor back up. If I get down on the floor, I might not get back up. So, alright, we'll see what the hell's going on with this son of a bitch now. Yeah, I had remanufactured that. Another guy and I had remanufactured that to go on the front end of this truck. I really wish it was there, because I would have been building me some kind of platform to put on this truck. I tell you, you don't realize how much you use your back and that until it hurts. Holy crap. I'm like, I'm trying to use my rechargeable light, and that's in the way, and forgot this truck has that little light box right there. So I got the light back in there, and one of the fittings is wet on there. Now I just gotta, oh, what am I got? Oh, excuse me. All I know is my back is not playing nice. I suck it. Oh yeah. Can't remember where the hell I put my wrenches. Well, let's see. And now when I get back under the hood, I'll show you where I'm working and where it's leaking. So, all right. Okay. Right there where my finger is, that's the one that's wet. That's the fuel lines coming up, so I'm going to reach back there with the wrench and see if I can tighten it up, or see. Alright, I'll get that done and see what happens. I'm surprised this truck around. Look at these terminals. I'm surprised she starts. It's got a nice looking rotor in there, but these are all calcium burned up. This is my new cap from, come on, from my Tahoe. Not near as bad, but that didn't have very many mileage on it. Oh, interesting. I mean, look at that one. I don't know if this shit's showing up or not. I think I'm going to change caps while I'm here. I thought, I won't do that. You know, I think, yeah, I will. Rotor looks good. Got a nice, pretty blue rotor back there. But it's one of those gut feelings, guys. I wasn't going to do nothing. I thought, hell, you know, I got one laying here. What the hell? Actually, I should have another cap around here. No, wait a second. No, I bet you not. I think they just got the distributor. Otherwise, that cap was broke when I worked on that van. I think that cap that they got from the junkyard was broke, so I had to reuse. I don't know, but I won't change her out. Well, I guess we'll start her up and let it run and see if the floor gets wet. I did get a little bit of a turn out of that, so line was loose. And I knew it was going to be a little hard start because I had lights on. Actually, I might switch out the battery. Oh, I've got it in here too. Motor actually sounds the motor actually sounds smoother than what it did before I changed the cap. That cap was nasty. Yeah, I get this wood delivered to the guy Sunday. I think it's time to do some maintenance issues. And let's see. Where was it? It was over here. Well, so far it's dry. It'd be nice, because I was kind of wondering what was going on with this truck. It was doing so good before. Well, I got it running here. I'm going to check the training fluid, make sure that's full yet and looking good. Because this is the one with one of the new transmissions in it, so not quite what I had planned on doing today, but that's why I got this building. That's why I keep that there, the cap I had, so that saved me. I think that cap and rotor cost me $70-some before, and now, yeah, that motor ain't hopping around like it was. That could be the fuel pressure too, if it didn't have the right fuel pressure. It was leaking. But that there, what I just did here, working on my own stuff, probably just saved me, I'd say $175–200 taking this to a dealership to have them do it. Then I would have been at their own time. See, the Tahoe here is, the plates are expired, so I really can't drive it, but I have. I'd rather keep the vehicle that's plated going. So, alrighty. Well, I'm going to check that training fluid. Tell you, this big guy here's got more torque than this guy, but this little guy does good. And I don't think that finger will ever be the same. Right there in the knuckle. Wrench rolled up. Right here. Rolled up. Pinched that, and the wrench was hammering in between my knuckle. Oh, I hit reversed and prayed it come undone. Holy crap. Oh. But anyway, one less thing to kick around in the shop now. My hitch is mounted on the front of the truck finally. And now we're, remember why we didn't finish it, because one hole needed to be drilled out more. So, yep, that's all. Let's see. Got her bolted there. Bolted into the tow hooks here. Let's see, where's my light? Let's see. Got her bolted right through there. And, must think I'm dark in here. Come on, okay. So now, maybe tomorrow's project will be making some push receiver style hitch push bar to go in there. I know that lowered my ground clearance, but I don't go four-wheeling, and I guess if I get into a predicament where that's going to be a problem, it's just now that I've got it bolted together, I can take out 4 bolts and drop the thing off. But I just wanted to see how it was, and oh, that finger's throbbing. But I left her run almost too long. Floor's not getting wet. Everything looks dry, so I just got another quarter turn or so out of that nut, so hopefully that takes care of it. So now we changed the spark plug, the distributor cap, tightened that, and added that, and I see I need sway bar bolts for this thing too. They're busted off, but it's not driving like they're broke, but oh, well, I guess now I can get that, and then ow, damn, get that, get my push thing built for that, and I guess the only other thing I could do, and I think we had talked about it, to get it up higher, is take my plastic dam off and then flip it over and then bolt it back in. Then it'd be well, that'd be another 6 inches higher. It'd be just under the license plate then. So I don't know, we'll have to see. If it seems to be too much of a problem, it'll come off. And like I said, this truck here, this is my good truck, so I try and take care of it. Well, let's see. Wow, it's that late already. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Pain med's finally kicking in. Back's, I took some Toradol But oh, that's what I was going to do, check the oil in this thing while I was in here. So alright, I better check that. I took her for a drive, drives down the road okay. Went through a couple of low spots. It cleared. The only thing is where I used to drive up on some dirt, I can't. It hits. So I don't know, maybe I might take that plastic off, turn that over, and turn it upside down and mount it that way. Then it'll be higher off the ground. So, and it necessarily ain't going to stay there all the time either. So, but where I was driving, I don't need to be driving. I get one of these other trucks going. That's what I'm trying to do. I'll have one to go play where I don't. So, but I think flipping that over would make a difference. Which it's not that big a deal. I just put it on by myself once. I sure could take it off and take that plastic off and flip it over. So, well, I'm going to see if I got the strength in me to pull that motor out from under the bench, and for right now we'll get this big bastard off the engine stand. And actually no, I do have another engine stand, don't I? Right there. I'll put it on that engine stand. So, alright. Guys, I'm getting old or something. I used to toss these things like around like they were nothing. Holy crap. That was almost not good. Oh, yeah. There I go with my fat fingers again. Hit the wrong button. What are you doing, babes? Huh? Oh, you guys want to see something funny? Come here. This cat is a fun cat. Come here, baby. Watch this. Here, sweetie. Hey, babes. Babes. Looky. Look at him. He's going after the... And make him go. I did that to him earlier and he got so dizzy. Oh, kitty. Our cat at home looks at me like, yeah, what do you want me to do with that, huh? Yeah. Oh, this is fun, guys. I know. You can make him. I had him walking funny once or two. He had his paws way out wide and walking cross-eyed. All right. Well, there it is. Holy moly. I used the voice on the way. I just got done blowing it off the best I could. So I really don't plan on taking this in and having it cleaned. It depends on what we find. Kind of thought about rigging it up and starting on that blue engine stand. That one I can run motors on, but I think I'm just going to open her up and see what we got. So, with that being said, this motor is supposed to come out of an old Monte Carlo. And let's see. It is a 3710 block, so it is a 350. Possible 2-bolt or 4-bolt. And we are, looks like, I know it's painted blue, but underneath I think it's orange. So this might be out of a 1974 Monte Carlo. Yeah, it's a 74 or 84. And 84 would have had the things for the dipstick on this side cast and it don't. So it is a 74 350. I guess I'll just start pulling stuff and we'll see what we got here. In this engine lift plate here is something my dad made for me. I always wanted to buy one. One day he come up and said, here, you put the holes in it. Brought me that piece of metal with the loop on it. So then I did. I drilled her. So that's another one of my tools Dad made me. Alright. Let's open this pig up and see what we got. That's an interesting problem. I don't know if it was on this motor or what. See, the rocker arms were hitting on here. Yeah, this is... I know nothing about this motor other than the guy told me I could take it home, put it in and run it. Come out of a figure 8 race car. The guy also ran other motors, or other cars and other style of racing. But I see it looks like we got a set of 993 heads on here, which were IMCA legal. Yeah, so, well, I'm going to get the distributor out. It didn't have oil, it didn't have the oil restrictors in the back of the block, unless they're another kind, but those look like standard, so. Well, let's see. I know this is not a factory intake, it's an Ellerbrock intake on this motor. So, now I see it's got a little silicone there, so. Well, we'll get her apart, see what's going on here. Well, I got all the intake bolts out. Let's see what kind of mess. So she's loose. She is loose. So, oh, this is going to kill because of my back. Wow, that is one clean Chevy on the inside. Like right there, the intake probably needs to be surfaced. Wow, that is clean. Oh God, boy, she looks good so far. She looks real good. I don't think it'd take much to clean her up. This is a nice looking motor so far. Maybe. Yep. Alright, well, I'm going to work on getting the rocker arms off now. Wow, guys, see that oil line hookup? Look what I just pulled out of there. They siliconed that thing shut and ran it in a race car, and it held. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It just pulled out of there. Oh. Ha! If I would have tried that, you know what would have happened? It would have blown that right straight out of there with oil pressure and started the car on fire. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Just like that, and I pulled on it. Oh, we're looking good. The heads have been changed on this motor, obviously, because these are dating out the 1972. There's, like I said, they're 993 casting. So, yeah. Well, I'll get the exhaust manifolds off and get one of these heads off and see what we got inside this thing. Not sure if that's a good sign. One of the bolts right in this area here come out with wet looking, but I see they have no Teflon or nothing on them, so they were put in dry. So, let's see. Oh, wait just a second. See. I got you guys in there. Pop this head off and see what we got on the bolts. You got your short ones, medium length, then your long bolts are going to be filled. So. Now this is all, I don't know what we're going to find for pistons or nothing underneath this, so. Ha! Cool. Nothing obvious. Shit. That wasn't what I wanted to see. Just a second here. Should have put my rubber gloves on. Where's my flashlight? This is not a good sign. This is not a good sign. See how that's, let's see. So I gotta explain here. See how that's burning down here? I got a little bit of ring ridge. And looky here. That's a 1/2 inch down. All the way around that one. That cylinder's pumping oil. This one don't look bad. But she is just a stock. Oh, that's right. I still got the stock 350. You don't even have flat tops in it. It's got an H, J, K, E piston. So, yep. We're looking at a virgin motor. Let's say they switched the heads to make it race car legal because the head gaskets looked good. Well, I'll get the other head off. And I guess, guys, we're going to have to, oops, sorry, not even got you where you can see it. I guess we're going to be tearing this sucker down and running it through. I hope the cylinders ain't wore too bad. Dang it. Well, at least this one here, I can get a whole master engine kit for this thing for 150 bucks. Yeah. Oh, and I still got antifreeze in the block. Good. Glad I found that before I rolled it over. Now that's good to know it had antifreeze in it. I don't know if I can get you a shot of that in there. Yeah, you can see it. So, alright, we'll get the other side off and see what we don't have. Hopefully nothing's broke over there. Dang it. There. Now I remembered after I cleaned my hands up this time that I got the gloves. So we're coming down the moment of the truth, guys. I'm going to give a few seconds here. So far, this is showing to be a late model 80s motor, possibly. It's either 84 or 74. The heads have been changed, and hopefully I don't have to helicoil a couple of bolt holes. As the head bolts come out, they come out really, really hard, and yeah, I wasn't too happy with that. But it's got the big harmonic balancer on it, which is orange, but that don't mean nothing. And it looks like right here the cover's been messed with or something. 39,710. Those numbers would go both ways, 2 or 4 bolt main. I'm saying a 4 bolt, but I bet you I take the pan off and it's 2 bolt. So you guys sit there and say, which way is that going to go? Maybe this is where I should end the video. Well, I'm going to knock the pan off this thing, and when I get ready to take the pan off, we'll see what we got. Alright. Okay, just to prove to you I haven't cheated, I have not. I just got the bolts out. And I'll sit you guys down here for a second. I know I gotta get the pan top loose. So, what do you think it is, guys? 2 bolt or 4 bolt? Okay, pan's loose. Time to make it right. 2 bolt, 4 bolt. What do you think? What do you think? See if I can do this. Whoa. Let's see. Did you guys see it? Did you see it? Come on. And we have, yeah, a 4-bolt main 350. Yes, I am a happy camper. I am a happy camper as long as this block is okay. Cool. Let's see something here. Crank is original block, date code matches. But somebody's been in her. They've already stamped them here. Hey. I gotta get the harmonic balancer off this thing because I want to check. Because if there's the set numbers up behind there, I now know where this motor come from. Alright. I guess we got a snow shower going on. Sun's trying to shine and it's snowing. I don't know if you guys can pick that up in there. Huh. Oh well. Yeah, every time I go to do something. Look at that kitty. Oh, that cat's fun with the laser light, but... Well, got the timing cover off. Got a double roller in it with an advanced keyway. Yeah. I'm thinking years ago I had a motor get cleaned when I was racing. It looked really, really familiar, I know. And that, so, well, alright. Well, this motor was, so far the 3 pistons I've taken out, the rings have broken half. This one broke in 3. I can see the ring light groove in the piston is shot, so I guess I'll be repistoning these, and this should be swinging, and she's stiff. So I guess crank's been turned, rods are down 10 undersize, and that, so I'm glad I didn't have the scanner on here a little bit ago, but somebody in the area too close decided to call it quits. Yeah. So the cops have got a tough night tonight. Somebody just committed suicide not too far from here. I don't recognize the address, but it's too close, so yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I'm wondering how many more rings are going to be broke when I get them out. So, all right, I'm trying to keep from getting the camera oily. So, okay. Well, there's the story. This motor is not a virgin motor. The rod's been turned 10, the main's down 10. By the look at the crank, I'll probably be turning that again. And as long as the thrust back here is good. But it's raining rings. All 8 pistons, the top compression rings were broke in either half, 3, I even had one come out in 4 pieces and one come out in 5 pieces, the compression rings. Whatever they did to this thing, I don't know. But, yeah, so, with that, I need new pistons for this motor. Which this engine kit, I want to build this like I used to build my race car motors. And those were 150, I think the kit's $169.95 now. And that's everything in it. Cam, lifters, everything. Pistons, except for the rod, block, and cranks. You get everything. So, but I am going to have, I need to take it in. I want to bury brush it before I take it in, so if they clean it and it's ready, fine. This is where I wish I still had my dial bore gauge. Don't know where that ever went. If the cylinder walls are straight, I'm just going to throw a set of standard pistons back in it, flat tops with these 993 heads. Put a little bit of a cam in her, get her thumpy, yeah. And put her back together, and we'll slam it in that Camaro and see what kind of fun we can have. Kind of go backwards at this. I want to get the Camaro running, drive it for a little bit, then do the bodywork to it. So, yeah. But anyway, well, I'm this close. I'm going to get the crank out of this, see what the mains look like, and we'll go from there. Well, guys, this ain't going to be a quick rebuild like I thought. I can run my fingers down, and I got a pretty good wave. Couple of cylinders, this cylinder. So I'm going to have to take it in, and I'm going to tell them, well, I can't remember what, actually this is still going to be cheaper than building one of my new motors. Yeah, this motor had a hard life, and there's TMM. I wish I still had the book from the old junkyard I worked from that I could look that number up and tell you what it did come out of for sure. But I gotta take the crank in. The mains didn't look as bad as the rods, so hopefully maybe the crank will polish. Yeah. Let's see here. Ooh, the thrust is, that's one of the nicer thrusts I've ever felt. So the thrust on the crank's good. So she just needs to be cleaned and hopefully polished. Block's going to have to be bored, unfortunately. So yeah, and then like I said, all 8 pistons, rings were just busted, shattered, and yeah. So the poor motor, if whatever they were doing with it, if they would have ran it a little longer, it wouldn't be here. It would have been junk. So now I got to pick up tools and put stuff away, and darn it, I was hoping this was going to be well, it's still a simple fix. Just the fact, more money again. But for what I paid for the motor, I paid $100, basically bought it for $100 for a core. With the intents, he said, oh, you should be able to take it home and run it. But all on purpose thinking I was like, this is just going to be a rebuilder. And unfortunately, I was right. I was hoping to just get by, re-ring it and go, but nope. So since I got to do that, I need to get these pistons in, have them press them off the rods for me. Now I'm bringing the rods home, and then I'm going to do a little trick to those. Then they'll have to go back and be balanced. The rod's all balanced up. But you guys will shit on the difference that makes. But anyway, I guess, I don't know how many clips I got. It's probably going to be a long video, but so far we fixed a gas leak today on the pickup, installed that front receiver hitch, tore down a motor, and once I sat down to do stuff, I haven't been too bad. But, and kind of made a mess here in the shop. So tomorrow's plan is, I think, maybe if I stop and pick up some metal quick and make a push thing for the truck to go on that receiver hitch quick, and then we're going to push that white Camaro up in here and start disassembling that thing. So get the motor out of that and get it tore down and checked out, and that one's going to be a little more interesting to get apart because it's stuck. And I've got a way of doing that too. Might have to wait till this summer, but it works. I've had a couple motors years ago. I had one There's a friend of mine that watches it, and he can vouch for it if he'd ever type anything. Had a motor that was stuck laying outside, and I was told by another old boy, every time he had a motor that was stuck, he just let, when he knew it was going to rain, he'd lay her outside so it'd catch the rainwater. And then he said, wait till 3-4 hours, go out there, and he says, should be able to turn that motor over. And by God, that worked on one motor. All the other motor talking about, I've been laying outside by the shop that used to be out here that's gone. And it was hotter than heck that day. It was hitting like 105 degrees. I had a motor outside that, a short block laying there. I thought, you know what, I got all this used motor oil, and I mean, it was in the direct sun. It was hot to the touch. I mean, you couldn't really touch that thing. It was a hot day, so I told my buddy, go out, pour the oil in that thing and soak it up. We let her set. And about noon, I think I had him start going out, and he got the wrench on it, and he said, oh, it's wiggling a little. Oh, about a half hour, 45 minutes intervals, he'd go out and wiggle it. And by 4 o'clock, he had that rotating assembly. Okay, got it rotating. Thought, all right, get her apart, tore it down. Everything cleaned up nice. I had the engine kit there for re-ringing it. I re-rang it, bearing it, put the motor together. We put it in the race car the next day, and we went racing with that motor. And the day before, it was laying on the ground stuck. So I've done some crazy things. The only thing he wanted to do once was take all the parts that were laying on the floor and put a motor together out of parts laying around the floor. If it ran, it ran. If it didn't, it didn't. I just couldn't bring myself to waste my time to do that. But I guess it would have been pretty cool if I put that, picked up a bearing here and the ring here and that, and put the son of a bitch together, and it would have ran and ran good. I would have been laughing all the way to the bank on that one when if that motor would have got cleaned. So. But anyway, I said I was going to cut it short, but yeah, I better get going. So, well, guys, I guess when you turn to stuff, you never know what you're getting. And at least this guy wasn't totally dishonest. He said she ran like a strapped ass 8, but it had that Ellerbrock intake on it. And I thought, well, maybe somebody's, yeah. They put 1972 heads on a, looks like either 74 or 84 block. Nah, it's got to be a 74 because, yeah, that's going back. That's 74 block. So I come out, since it's a 4-bolt main, it probably come out of a truck, not a Monte Carlo. Because I had a lot of Monte Carlos, and I don't ever remember pulling a 4-bolt main out of one unless somebody said they put it in it. But yeah, so, alright. Can you guys tell I like doing motors, and I've done stuff? Oh, and here's another little trick for you guys that are tearing motors down like this. Don't worry about getting the lifters out when the bottoms are swelled up. You don't want to risk screwing up the lifter bar. After you get the camshaft out, since obviously they're stuck, dink, dink, just right out. So that way you don't have to ooh. So all right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.